Well, here we go again. DHS agent opens fire during pro-Israel rally. Well, it turns out during this rally, apparently for agent provocateurs, that's what I'm going to call them anyway, tried to start some kind of fight. And eventually the DHS agent, who apparently left federal property, started shooting. And of course the commenters are like, I'm gonna skip over the anti-Zionist arguments. Not all Jews are Zionists, by the way. In fact, I've seen some protests where Jews, true religious followers of Judaism, are telling the Zionists that they're no help. Because what's happening is everybody's labeling all the Jews Zionists, when in fact most of them are secularists. What are you doing? Okay. But anyway, that aside, the comments go from couldn't hit the broadside of a barn sort of things to I am glad that they can't hit. What's it say when they started? My understanding is okay. You got this job for a cowboy. Turned violent after pro-Palestinian protesters began attacking several attendees with sticks. And typical crap, PLO hiding behind women's skirts, which I see that a lot. And other guys arguing and fighting. How come with all the bullets for training purchased by the DHS they can't hit the broadside of a barn? Either was on purpose, which means there were agent provocateurs trying to start a riot, which apparently they failed, which means or they are really shit shots. I'd say pardon my French, but unfortunately it's just a little problem I got. Of course, then the jokes, no, they are trained to shoot rednecks and children, that's why they missed. A bit relaxing that DSH agents, like cops, rarely hit what they aim at. Would regret had they hit the pro-terrorist zones, and I'm going to say if they were pro-terrorists. Down to a comment that I decided to make. Below this, we the people's revolt is happening so quickly, it's a wonder the trigger-happy globalists and the Khazar-led thugs in Israel. Okay, see, so it's an anti-Zionist statement, so I'm going to stop right there. Haven't staged their patriot false flag yet. I'm going to go down to my comment. Over the last month, you'll notice that the narrative is now more foreign terrorist oriented. If you watch the news, that's what you're seeing. They're all saying, hey, we got this foreign terrorist problem just cropped up again. Really? Anyway, you'll also notice that the training exercises, in quotation marks, turned into false flags, have not been happening. I think that is because no one is buying the BS anti-gun narrative. And the people are watching this crap like a bird of prey, outing the falsehoods. They are concentrating on other parts of their plan. So, you know, I'm amazed that guys like Eric Holder and whoever the heck it is, head of the Department of Homeland Security, I'm surprised that they're so ignorant. They run around saying that other people are the children, like the Department of Defense spokesman said they're children. You know what? The only people I've ever seen lie like that are children. So, and they run around and they accuse, it's just the biggest. Somewhere in their head, they. I don't think they recognize that the people that were just going along to get along were lying to them, and they didn't recognize. They just seen it as sheep. Their main problem is they don't seem to recall. I've seen estimates as high as 200 million, or 2/3 of the homes in the United States, have firearms. They're not sheep. Sheep don't, well, I mean they are in the eyes of God, but they're ready to defend themselves. And then I've got another hopefully helpful critique of Alex Jones. One, in order to change your behavior, you have to meditate on it. You have to pray and meditate. In other words, meditation is, and I say this, a form of self-hypnosis. Also, a form of what do they call it when they self-deprogramming, because we all get programmed by our surroundings, and sometimes that programming is weak, false, programs weaknesses in us. So he has to meditate. And one of the problems and critiques that I've seen, and I agree with it, is that he interrupts the viewers in his own version of brainwashing. I don't know if he recognizes it, but it becomes so monotonous that people just turn it off. I mean, whether people want to admit this or not, people in the United States of America aren't as programmed as people think. And so I would practice not interrupting people so much. He has some very super interesting callers, and they have personal eyewitness testimony, which could very well be a part of helping him know where to look. And another critique is, okay, you won. People's eyes are open more and more. That's a good deal. Okay? You are winning. And you're way ahead now. Now you got to stay on top of it. Now for the solutions. And there are a lot of things you're not going to be able to say open air, such as fight back. Well, you can say fight back in the political arena, you can say fight back in the protest arena, but you can't say fight back with violence, of course. You're hitting around at it all the time. But, so I get that. But you have to offer some solutions. To do that, maybe you don't have them, but your guests often have excellent solutions. So if you interrupt them, the people might miss out on the solution. And but I'm here to say that whether you overcome yourself or not, this is World War III in the making. Invasion USA. And we're seeing the infiltration of the hordes, the military personnel, happening. And, well, it sucks. But, you know, as I sit here looking out this window, I can't do anything about it directly, unless it's happening near me. I guess that's about all I gotta say. I mean, I'm sure I could go into more detail, and when I listen to this, I'm sure I'll say, yeah, I should have said this, you should have said that. But hey, you're a brilliant man, Alex. Just hang in there, keep the meditation up, and you know, one of the battles we fight in this world it's a battle against our own selves, our own wants, our own need to spew. Yeah, that's about it. Click.